with a sign, I'm sure it comes. Okay, we're live. It's Friday. It's Fitness Friday. And this is In the Game, Qatar's first sports podcast. Today, again, another special guest. But we're going to be talking about something. As you can see, he's got a gym in the background, so it's going to give you an indication of what Subo does. Okay, so what we're going to do is if you can introduce yourself briefly and tell us what you do.
All right, my name is Subratha Bagchi, and it's been 10 years almost in Qatar, but this was not my previous thing. Before this, I was into IT company and I was working for Vodafone Qatar and other companies in Qatar for at least for 2-3 years, 4 years, I think, yeah. And then eventually I just wanted to do something of my own. Obviously, like others, I didn't have much idea, but then I was into I had some connection with fitness and I fell in love. I found CrossFit. Yeah, but it's been a journey. It's been a big journey. And then finally we are here. There's a box behind me and I'm just living that dream, still struggling, hustling, pushing every day. We are going to reopen now. We are going to reopen now, August 1, and keeping my fingers crossed. So let's go ahead and see how it goes.
Now, we know each other, right? So we know each other from way back. So just tell people what our experience is together.
Oh my God, I mean, I still remember the first day. I mean, it's been what, 8 years now? I came to your office
Yeah.
and I met you and I was asking you that, how to build a company, how to form a company. Can you help me, Mike? And then we were discussing about, like what is my product, what is my idea. And you were like, okay, I'll take care of you to how to make the company. But we were not sure. We were not sure. And that's how we met. And we were always in touch, right? And you had your doubts. I had mine. I had
Let me
mine.
tell you, this is the thing, and this is why this is good, because we're going to be talking about, obviously, we're going to be talking about CrossFit today. We're going to be talking about the COVID period, and we're going to talk about kind of business. So it's going to cover all those subjects. But when you first came to me, okay, had an idea, like everybody does, but that's about it. You didn't have anything else. And I'm thinking, what you were looking for, you were looking for somebody with investment too. And
Oh
I'm
yes.
thinking, good luck on that one. Good luck
Oh, good luck on that. Good luck on that.
you had. And I
Oh,
remember having 3 or 4 meetings with you where you were still living on this dream. You were still living on this.
oh yes, yes, yes.
I'm moving closer. I'm moving closer. I'm saying, and I'm thinking to myself, this guy is just crazy. He's not that. I'm not sure if he's ever going to ever going to achieve his dreams.
Oh
But
yes.
you did.
I
You.
know. I have no idea how. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. When I wanted to tell you some secrets. Because since we are talking about this that when I came to you, okay, so I had very limited budget with which you can just do some paperwork. Not anything else. You cannot do this thing. With that investment, like what, 50 grands. And I don't have I didn't have any financial background or big saving, but yeah, it's tough to explain. I don't know how it happened. I mean,
No.
it's just
It's an amazing story. It's an amazing story because look at and we just before we came on air, I was saying look at behind you. It's like look at what you've got,
oh,
and let's
yeah.
build the face in. So come on, yeah, please. Please. That's it. This is
Oh
just leave
boy,
it
oh
there.
boy,
Just
oh
come back a
boy.
bit so I can see you. Just come back a little bit.
All
No to
right, all
you.
right.
Just that's perfect. Leave it there.
Okay. Oh
So
boy.
you had this, you didn't ever let your dream or aspirations go, right? You just
Yes.
never. You
Never, never.
said to me that day, I want to do CrossFit. I want to do CrossFit. And I'm thinking, and it was a new thing, really new thing back then. And it was
Okay.
just something that we were just talking about. What happened? How did you go from a concept, an idea? How did you get it to reality?
Okay, so this is very serious. This is really very serious topic. This is very close to my heart as well. Like, see, I before I do something, I wasn't a guy. I wasn't this guy. What I am today now, And before, like, what, it's almost 10 years, and the guy whom you met on that time, he was still shaping up. He was in a process of first identifying myself, my weakness, my strength. And and one and when I found that clarity, okay, that, like, I like this product, I like this service, I feel connected. And that was the CrossFit. Before CrossFit, I was not into any other fitness, not bodybuilding, not nothing like that. But I was just making myself. I was into cardio. I used to run. I ran like 3 or 4 half marathon, and I wanted to test my body. I wanted to test myself. I always just wanted to make a better version of myself. Make a better version of myself. And that's when I got connected with CrossFit. I used to go to CrossFit Oryx, and I used to train there. I trained there for 2 years, and I'm glad for to be in that community, to train myself with other athletes. The coaches were amazing, but I had a dream. When I went to CrossFit to learn. I By that time I was very very clear that I want to do something in this for the rest of my life, but I didn't know how. Uh, but I knew that I want to do it, and I had my doubts. But I thought, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a shot, because I took a decision, and I didn't have a plan B. I just had a plan A, and I cut all my plan Bs. Like, generally there are people who keep plan A, plan B, plan C, but I was by the time I made a decision of plan A, I just said, if this goes one way or no way. And I think I just took baby steps. I went through the scratch. I'm still learning. I'm still a student. I still learn. I still make myself better. Whatever post I put for myself, it's just to inspire myself, keep me going, keep me rolling. And how CrossFit happened, uh, I fell in love with the product. I fell in love with the service. I just got connected. It made me feel better, and I thought, I can take it forward. And that's what I'm doing still now. Still now, it's not an end of journey. It's still going on. It's a process. Yes, it takes your soul out. It takes your soul out, because you don't know what you're diving into. You have to have right people support. If you don't have that, that can be a failure to your dream, to your goal. So yeah, I mean,
You said to me, I'm sorry to jump in there because I
yeah.
just want to pick up on that point, the way that you're going. Is it, and again, I said to you, you've done so well at the beginning. So we meet in a holding area, we start talking about things before we come on as live. And I said to you, I said, you've done so well. And you looked up to me and you said, it's not just me, I couldn't have done it without others.
Oh yes, 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 yes. So see, I have, apart from my partners, okay, apart from my partners, there's one person in my life. She's my wife. So she didn't support me, like, like, oh, go ahead, but she never stopped me, and I think that is the best thing. That is the best thing, when people don't stop you. uh, if they're not motivating you, but they're not stopping you, and that's a blessing. I wanted to tell you something. Like, in between, there was a time when I was unemployed. I was 100% house husband. You know what I mean? And I got because there was a time when recession hit in Qatar. I lost my job, and at least for 1 or 2 years, I was blessed that my wife was working, and she was there. That was the time when I got hit. I went down, and my son was born, and I was like psyched. I didn't know what to do. That's the time I'm defining myself. I'm reading books. I'm reading this. I'm reading that. I'm just constantly developing myself. And that's the time when somebody is not uh, saying you go take this decision, make this decision. Somebody who sets you free. Okay, fine, take your time and decide what you want to do. That was my better half. So I'm always blessed, gratitude for that. Apart from that, from there the journey picks up, because I have a son now, and I wanted to set some right examples for myself and for him. And I said, you know what? I am gonna give my 100% to this dream of mine. And when I joined CrossFit, in CrossFit Oryx, I met a couple of good people, good friends, and who believed in me, who believed in my dream somehow. Like, okay, fine, it's worth giving it a shot. I changed my lot of bad habits to good habits. For example, I used to be a chain smoker, but then I quit smoking and then I got into running. How running became a passion or addiction. Then I met my friend Naufal, Naufal, and he liked me, and we started talking every day evening. We used to talk. I used to just talk about my dreams over the cup of coffee every day, same dream every day. And he got bugged one day, and he's like, you know what? Let's give it a shot, man. You always talk about this dream, and that's how he met me, got me introduced to one more of his friends. So I'm just saying that, apart from these two friends of mine who became my friend, my partner now, Naufal and Shaheen, they are two of my friend and partner now. I don't have friends much, I have zero friends in Qatar last 10 years. It's my wife, my son, and my two partners whom I meet, I talk, and I think you have to be mad, you have to be crazy, you have to isolate yourself, you have to have right people, and I mean, I can just count, like my wife, my son, my two friends, and my sponsor. You must be thinking I'm crazy. How these guys surviving? But I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But I've been fascinated by your story, and that's one thing you're not on the show today because it's a
But
fascinating
I don't
story.
know.
I kind of, you've got friends, and the great thing about this is that the journey that you're going on. It's like, and I can't get over it. I want people to understand. I want them to understand that behind you,
Uh-huh.
how you've got to there. I want everybody to go to you and say, how did you manage that? Because
We
you have got such a success story, whether you were surrounded by whoever. Okay, you had strong people around you. You couldn't do it on your own, and you've come up with something really, really special. And so you've got to this stage. So when did you open? When did you
December,
open the gym?
December last year,
December.
2019. But
So
it
you were
so
opened in December. You
yes,
think that everything is going your way, and then
no,
what
no, no.
happens?
So it's like December 2019 we opened, and yes, we had planned to open 2 or 3 months early, but then, like, because of this whole work construction phase, it took us time and there was a delay. So we opened finally in December, and we were excited because we opened with 10 members, and within 30 to 40 days we had 45 to 50 members roughly. We were happy with the progress. December, January, February, and March. I'm like, like, I mean, COVID was just, they were just talking about it, and we were just talking about it, and then next day I come to know that, you have to shut down the box. I'm like, what the? I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, what? I mean, come on. I mean, I have to shut. I mean, I couldn't sleep for two nights. I'm like, shut down the box. I mean, what is it? And I was like, I had to go back home, and I had to just shut down everything. Like, don't talk to me for some time. Like, let me just think what's happening. It was a shock. It was like a hit. I'm like, I just did something now. Just let me just take a, like, sit for some time, like 5-10 minutes. And within a second, we just closed, shut down, and I'm at home. I'm like, what? It took me 2 days. I was just taking breathe. I was breathing, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's improvise. Let's improvise. Let's see what we have. At least we have built this, so it's not going anywhere. It's not an earthquake. And I had to again hold myself and say, okay, let's go. Let's just hold on. Let's just hold on. Let's just freeze for some time and think what we can do with this. And we just managed to hold on for 4 months, and we are excited now again. But I was I don't know how to express this. I don't know how to express this. I'm totally
One
mixed
thing
feelings.
that I one thing that I know with you, and I
Hmm.
watch, and I do. I've been watching your progress from ever since that 4 years, 5 years, 8 years ago. I've been watching every time. One thing you didn't okay, you went away for 2 days and you realized and you couldn't speak to anybody, but you were back up on your feet. You were training in the garden. You were teaching people how to do the right moves. You were then improvise. You were coming into the box and you were doing your own exercises. You were dreaming of when this place was going to be busy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a constant thing, you know. Like there's no turning back. It's just that survival. It's a survival instinct. I think that you need to live, you need to breathe. So you have to give yourself a hope, uh, 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 a hope of something to hold on to. And I think that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to, make that space in my head, and if that keeps me alive, I think it will keep this whole place alive. And I think that's how we came up with the name Haya is Hayat, means life. And you can't just let it go. I can't just let this thing go. I just can't let myself go, so I have to hold on to me, to my hope, to my dream, to my beliefs, no matter what happens. No matter what happens, i
Okay,
cannot i cannot think of anything else.
so how are you going to look at looking back on this time in a few years' time? How are you going to look? Are you going to look on this period, this COVID period, as a positive or a negative?
100% positive, man. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm a mad guy. Maybe I'm a crazy guy. But I think some things which is not in your hand, things which is not in your hand and still happening to you, you just take it as a positive sign. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know you'll say you're crazy. You cannot think like that. But I am a constant believer of negative and positive. Okay, I know that you have to think, you have to take things as sometimes negative, but then there is a positive side. COVID, yes, COVID is affected a lot of people, affected me, everyone around us. But then, you have to act as long as you're breathing. You just have to find your survival. You have to take action. Maybe you have to reduce a lot of things. Maybe you have to cut down your expense. You have to cut down. You have to come to your basics. You have to just come to your basics and survive. As long as you can breathe, you can stand, you can act. Just do that constantly, and that's what I did. I went back home. I picked up my barbell. I started working out. At least I can get up every day in the morning, and I can do something. So I'm just doing that, and that keeps me going. So
I like
finally, I cut my 4 months and back here.
I like the pictures with your son getting involved. There were some messages that that you were putting on Facebook, which was unbelievable. And again, you don't know with what you were doing. There was other people going through a tough time, and it must have helped those people because I know that there was one picture that I saw of your son with you and your son, which
Yeah.
was you were lying on the bed and he was disturbing you. It was just a great picture, and
Thank you so
it
much.
was inspiring for me because I'm thinking to myself, how are you going to get out of this? And you have got out of this. It's the 1st of August is going to be when you can open, and it's like as we said before, just take a look behind you. Look at what you've achieved.
Oh yes,
It's
yes.
just absolutely brilliant. And I've got to say, you're one of the best examples I could give to any startup or anybody that's thinking about getting into this industry. Because I used to say to you, make sure the property don't go too big, don't go. Just make sure that you can handle the rent. You didn't care. You went in with both feet. The gym is looking fantastic. It's brilliant.
You have to come. You have to
It's
come.
fantastic. So good
Thank you
on you.
so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, now we're going to talk about CrossFit because we've just talked about your story and the amazing ways that
Okay.
you've got through, and with your partners, and it's a teamwork, and it's brilliant. It's great news.
Thank you so
So,
much.
what is CrossFit? I do know that I get kind of scary when I hear the word CrossFit because I think it's very aggressive,
Okay.
very
Yes. Yes.
short shots. What is it all about? What's
See,
CrossFit?
so I totally agree. Okay, it is aggressive. It is when you say aggressive, you have to define what aggressive means. I mean the action, what you see in CrossFit games, it looks aggressive. Yes, it looks aggressive. Those are the competitive athletes. Yes, those are the competitive athletes. They train at a different level. It's more of action, ultimately the CrossFit aim and the goal is to make you a better person, to make you a better person in all the different forms, not only just like a bodybuilder, a big size guy, or not a lean runner. They want to make you better in all the forms where you can do your daily workouts, where you can do daily activities. When you because me as a person, like I'm 35, 36 now, and I have all other friends whom I know in my age. They are going with a lot of issues of health. Diabetes is one of them, diabetic, and heart, mental, lot of issues. Okay, and I at my age, and I never wanted to be in that. So CrossFit really helped me. It is different because it's not going to a gym and just start lifting weights. It's not going to do. And people like us generally we get bored with one activity. If you're doing weightlifting, you get bored. You do yoga, you get bored. You do running, you get bored. And it's not you, it's us, the mind always gets bored. But when you give a mind a cheating, for example, cheating is not the right word, but when you give a mind a task, a timeline, activity that you gotta finish something in within few hours, within few minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and it gives you the same benefit of 1 hour to 20, 1 hour of workout or 2 hours of workout. That's what CrossFit is. CrossFit is all about functional movements, which you can do in daily life. Gymnastic, which is required, which is a part of yoga or mix of yoga. And it brings your mobility, it brings your core strength, and then again high intensity because it gives you a pump in the heart rate. So it's a mix of everything, and within an hour. And the plus point is it happens in a team or a group. So you don't have time to compare yourself with others and feel insecure. That's the thing which I fell in love with. I was like, I don't have time. When I go to a gym, I always look around, look around. Okay, oh, this guy looks better than me. That guy looks better than me. When will I be like that? And I don't focus on myself. So the whole idea here is to have a place where you go and you finish your task. Every day you have some new activity which helps you to build your muscles, which helps you to train your mind, which helps you to make your core stability, flexibility, mobility. So what else you want, and you're practicing it every day. It's a lifestyle. I'm telling you, it doesn't change you within a day or within 1 month or 2 months. It's just a process. And the best thing, you don't have to feel that, oh, I have to prepare myself to become a CrossFitter. No, you don't have to, because uh, like anybody else, our body, our stage, our age, everybody's different, and everybody needs to start somewhere to become something better than today. That's what and that's a free mind. And that's why we keep telling, and we want people to come and just try our first session or two sessions, or any CrossFit box. They do the same thing. They want to break that myth. They want to break that myth of people that you don't have to be perfect on something to become a CrossFitter. No, you don't have to be. You just have to take the first step, walk into a box, talk to a coach, and just give it a try. Because every movement has a progression as per your flexibility, as per your strength, as per your mobility, and a coach is gonna, or a trainer is gonna take care of you. And from there you compare yourself after a month, after 2 months, 3 months, and you just become a better version. You
So,
build a
so
better
give us an
you.
idea of some of the pieces of equipment that you're using, or what kind of exercises that you do in there.
So we use very basic uh, equipments, like a barbell, a dumbbell, and and apart from that, it's a mix of workout. Like I said, where what happens in this workout is we do body training. So it's body weight training. We do compound movements, which will be squat, bench press, shoulder press. And when we say gymnastic is more of a handstand or a push-ups from the ground, and pull-ups. So these are the movements which you actually use in your daily life. If you cannot pull up your body, then that means you don't have enough strength. At least you should have in case of uncertainty or any kind of situation, if you can't pick up yourself and run, then then you're not a fit person. If you have a big body, it's no use. And our equipments are very basic. We use old school equipments like wall ball, medicine ball. It's a very few equipments. And we have something called runner, uh, uh, bicycle, which assault bike, which runs with your own body movement. It's not like a treadmill. So very basic equipments we use, but the best thing is that we use the equipment and we use these workouts every day. We have something new. Someday we'll do weightlifting, someday we'll do cardio, someday we'll do gymnastic, and someday we'll mix it all. So it's a complete workout. That's the whole workout we do.
And where are you? We haven't said that yet. Where are you? Where are you based? Where's your gym?
It's in Mirkab Mall. It's one of the good malls. I It's in Al Nasser Street, next to Flix Cinema, first floor, gate number one. So it's right opposite to Doha Clinic. Right opposite
It's
to
a
Doha
perfect.
Clinic.
The mall is one of the best malls that I've been in. The waterfall, the
Oh yeah,
water
yeah.
displays. Oh, it's
Oh
just
yes, yes,
fantastic. And
yes.
it's near Al Nasser, right? It's near Al
Yes.
Nasser.
Al Nasser
It's
Street.
a fantastic place. So Merkab Mall, remember this one, okay? How can people get in contact with you? How can they view you? Where's the best way of getting hold of you?
Facebook, Instagram, we are always active. Instagram, Facebook, any social media platform, Snapchat. I'm still learning. We're still learning. We are a very small team. I am not good with Snapchat. I'm still learning how to become better in Snapchat, and I have one more person who's helping me. So yeah, but Instagram, Facebook, we are always active. You have any inquiry, you have any kind of information you need. WhatsApp. Our information is all there on our website. Our website is also there. But yeah, having said that, even the website is we are building it every day. I'm learning and we are adding some information, making it better. So yeah,
Hey,
we're there.
listen, you've built that place yourself virtually. You, as you said to me earlier, you've done all the fixing, you've done all the fixtures, you've kind of put everything in.
Yes, yes. So there are things which we had, because since, like I said, we are so limited in budget that we had to do it things with our bare hands. Like for example, the website. I I learned how to build a website, and I made that website, like that. I Even the logo, the design, or whatever, we could not afford so much. So I had to learn. I had to talk to my partner. I had to communicate. I had to convince, and then we all connected. Okay, fine. This makes sense. Let's do together things, just to save cost. Like how it happens. You would go to
Yeah,
any extreme to to save to cut down
it's
your expense.
and I'm going to say the name of the place, Haya, right?
Haya,
Haya
yes, yes,
CrossFit.
yes, yes. So
And
it's an
again,
Arabic name.
what does Haya stand for?
In Arabic, it's Hayat, so it means life, and I always believe in that. Like you have one life, so you must give it a best shot. You have to give it all, and life is a very important thing. Like everybody has one life, so you must give it all. Give your best.
I
So that's how we
you're
came up with
100%
this
right.
CrossFit.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you so much.
it's like I'm going to bring you up on something too, especially, right? Yoga is not boring. Yoga is prob- Yoga
It's
is
not boring. It's
probably.
not boring.
I,
It's not boring. I'm telling you, I love it. I love that.
I
I
just wanted to
feel
just say,
it's an ocean. It's an ocean. It is an
yeah,
ocean. But it's the human mind. It's a mind, like, I'll be like, oh, I'm not getting result. Oh, I know. Let me switch. But don't switch. If you love something, please go ahead. But the whole idea is you have to trick your mind. For example, you have to trick your mind. Okay, let me do for 5 minutes. Let me do 10 minutes. You try everything, but but don't let your mind, because for example, sometimes there are days when I get bored, like, oh my god, I don't want to do it, but then I tell myself, I don't want to do the workout today, I'm feeling lazy. Then I tell myself that, you know what, let me just go ahead and do it for 5 minutes. And I'll end up doing for that day, I'll end up doing for 30 minutes and I'm done. So,
Yeah.
so I think yoga is not boring. It's our mind which keeps telling. For example, when you start running, you're like, "Oh, running is boring." Come on, you didn't even give it a year. Give it a year and then say it's boring. I'm
Yeah.
sure when you give it a year for anything,
I
you fall in love.
I know, because we were talking about our love of yoga earlier on, and it is a love of yoga, and I am going to try the CrossFit. I will come in and spend some time with you,
Please, please,
and yeah,
please,
yeah, 100%. Now, what would be your I'm going to give you an option now to tell the people out there why they should come to your gym. Why should they come to your gym and come to participate with you?
Okay. Why? Uh, I'm just trying to bring the, like, it made me come back to life. It made me realize that how important life is, how I'm adding value to myself. And if my motto of life is, like, if I can make a difference to one person with what I did, like, if I can spread that to one person, it gives, that's my mission, that's my goal, and it's an ongoing journey, and I feel I'm just trying to connect, because I feel there are people like me who underestimate themselves a lot, and I want people who are feeling like that, insecure somewhere down the line. Please don't, like, just come in, walk into any box, not in my box, any box. But I, CrossFit, we have very few CrossFits here, and please, like, you have any doubt, talk to me, talk to my trainer, talk to anybody. Just walk in and see is how did we change ourselves. It's not about physical, but how did we change our mind. And it's not just, like, you have to come and walk in just to better get into shape, but if to bring your mind in focus. And that's so we're not just building a better you physically. We are trying to build a better you, and help to build a better you in mind and body, mind and body together.
I
So
I I told you at the beginning that this was going to go so quickly, right?
mhm,
And
mhm.
I can't believe that we've ended on, we're going to be ending on this note. Is it because I've seen your journey, I've seen the way that you've progressed, and I've seen how you've never ever give in. And I
Thank
keep
you
on,
so
me personally, I'm looking behind you right now,
much.
and and all I want to do is hug you because I
Oh boy,
can't
thank you
believe.
so much.
Oh
Thank you
my
so much.
word, you have. I'm not saying that, but you have been exceptional. And you know that the words that I just that are going to that are going to stay with me after this interview today is that you are somebody that's making a difference. And
Oh, thank you so much,
that's
sir.
what our show is all about. Our show is all about people that makes a difference. And I know that you've had blood, sweat, and tears
Oh
to
boy.
get that to where it is. So everybody, please, anybody that's listening over this next few weeks, okay, and you will be there. We'll get a lot of people listening to this. Okay, go and trial the gym out. Okay,
Thank
go
you
and
so much.
see. Okay,
Thank you so
because
much,
you
Steve.
are an incredible human being, and
Thank
how
you.
you've got to this stage. And honestly, I'm so proud of you. Honestly, really, I you're just a true example of everything that I keep on talking about.
But I want to tell you, but I want to tell you that it is because of lot of blessing, lot of people, uh, people who really believed in me, and it's not
I
I have to thank
understand.
all of them, all of them,
I
positive and negative,
understand.
everyone.
I understand. And that's what makes you as an individual. It's not all about you. It's all about the other person. It's all about
Yes,
making a difference.
yes,
It's all
yes.
about those people. You kept on talking to that person saying, "This is my dream. This is my dream. This is my dream." And he said to you one day, "Okay, I'm going to help you get to that dream." It's like,
And I'm
so
thankful.
now,
I'm thankful and
yeah,
thankful for everybody, everyone. I mean, I want to tell Naufal, Shaheen, and my sponsor, my wife, and and everyone, and Steve. I mean, we have been connected together for a long time. Thank you so much for remembering me and just calling me up, because I don't know how. it made a difference. My stories, but then thank you so much for
Your stories are making a huge difference. Just keep on
thank you.
taking a look behind you.
Oh
Take
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah,
and thank you for so much for
yeah.
coming on the show. Yeah, please. Look,
Yes.
I
All
can't
right.
wait to be punching those bags.
Please,
Honestly,
please,
I
please,
can't
please,
wait.
please.
Thank you
Absolutely,
so much.
absolutely.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
Steve.
coming on the
Thank you
show.
so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody, I just hope you enjoyed the show today. It was, for me, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable because I'm part of your journey, and I'm glad to be part of your
Please,
journey.
and I'm waiting for you. You have to come, okay? Thank you so much.
You you are a true example, and if anybody wants to see a true example, you're one of them.
Thank you,
Tomorrow,
sir.
I just want to leave. I'm so glad that you come on. I just want to leave everybody today with I've got Dr. Claire on the show tomorrow. Coming on the show, we're going to be talking about everything about chiropractors and your back, but we're going to be talking about fascias. Okay, anybody know what a fascia is? Come to the show tomorrow. You'll learn out because it is going to be a great one. So everybody, thanks for listening today. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank
It's
you.
been wonderful that you were here. And
Thank you.
I
Thank you
can't
so
wait
much,
to
Steve.
follow your story. Keep on sharing it. Keep on
All right.
telling people. Get that
Thank
message
you
out
so
there.
much.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much
Steve.
for coming on the show. Don't
Thank you, Steve.
forget, okay, Haya CrossFit, Mercab Mall. Start getting ready now because he's going to be opening on the 1st of August and you need to be there. Okay? Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much indeed for coming on.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Cheers.